Chapter 16. Unexpected turn of events. Zhao Doglai took out 8 sheets of spirit paper and silently examined the names written on them, the results about to be announced.
Well, the results are in.
Zhao Doglai looked at the crowd, his voice slow yet powerful.
The successor to the position of Garden Master.
There was a clear look of joy on Yang Ziren's face. Xu Lei lowered his head, stroking his knife, and his emotions were unreadable from his outward appearance. Lin Yuan was still counting the spirit stones, which was a significant gain for him. Xiaoling had long been lost in her thoughts and didn't care at all about who would become the Garden Master.
The successor to the position of Garden Master is Lin Yuan. Congratulations, Lin Yuan. You are now the new Garden Master of the Bu Garden.
Zhao Doglai ultimately announced the result. The smile on Yang Ziren's face froze, and his gaze gradually became vacant. Xu Lei smirked and couldn't resist mocking.
Ha ha ha, Yang Ziren, didn't see that coming, did you? If I can't have it, neither can you.
Xiaoling snapped back to reality, covering her mouth in astonishment. Lin Yuan unexpectedly lifted his head and looked at Xu Lei and Xiaoling. He knew he could only become the Garden Master if Xu Lei, Xiaoling, and others had written his name. To be honest, Lin Yuan wasn't real interested in the position of Garden Master. He didn't need the validation of this position at all. But contrary to his wishes, the position of Garden Master still fell into his lap in the end. Xiaoling must have gotten along well with him, hence she wrote his name. As for Xu Lei, knowing he couldn't compete with Yang Ziren, he probably chose him just to spite Yang Ziren. Such is life. How is this possible? This shouldn't be happening. Yang Ziren wasn't a fool. He looked at Xu Lei's mocking smile, and then at Xiaoling's surprised expression. He finally understood. He had been played. He glared at Lin Yuan angrily.
You're damn cunning. You intentionally played me, cheated me out of all my savings, and snatched the position of Garden Master from me. Lin Yuan, this isn't over.
With his face completely lost, he stormed off. His 2 disciples followed him awkwardly. Xu Lei burst into laughter, seeming even happier than when he became the Garden Master. Lin Yuan sighed inwardly, feeling speechless. Zhao Doglai took out a token and handed it to Lin Yuan.
This is the control core of the Bu Garden's protective formation. Please take good care of it.
Thank you, Elder Zhao. Lin Yuan accepted it. Zhao Doglai added.
There's one more thing. Field number 18 has been damaged. You need to find a way to protect and restore it. If you can't save it, your task quantity won't decrease in the future. However, if you manage to repair it successfully, the sect will reward you with 10,000 spirit stones. It's up to you to handle it.
Well, please, Elder Zhao, tell me how to repair the spirit field, Lin Yuan asked. Zhao Doglai pondered.
To be honest, there are many ways to repair a damaged spirit field, but most of them require a considerable amount of spirit stones. The most suitable option would be to invite a soul forging master to repair it.
Soul forging master? Lin Yuan was puzzled for a moment, recalling the appraisal results he had seen before. Then he asked, where can we find a soul forging master? And how many spirit stones would it cost? Elder Zhao shook his head.
I know there are soul forging masters within the sect, but they're treasures of the sect and usually keep a low profile. I only know of one elder in the peak, who is a soul forging master, but it's unlikely. We can invite the elder to repair the spirit field. A yellow grade lower rank spirit field isn't significant enough to disturb the elders, he explained.
All right, I understand. Lin Yuan nodded.
Lin Jr. brother, with your spirit rain technique, even if you lose a piece of spirit field, it won't affect the harvest. Don't worry, Zhao Donglai reassured with a smile. He'll go back to report the situation. Let's have tea at the Outer Gate Affairs Hall next time I'm free.
Zhao Doglai left. Then, it was Sulai's turn to step forward, saying with a simple smile,
Congratulations, Lin brother, on becoming the garden master.
Lin Yuan smiled and replied, Thanks to Brother Shu for giving me face. In the future, if there's anything I can help with, he'll definitely lend a hand. Of course, whether he had the ability or not was entirely up to Lin Yuan.
Haha, I like having friends like you.
Xu Lei laughed heartily.
They'll treat everyone to a drink.
Well, next time for sure. I still need to find a way to repair the spirit field immediately. I am temporarily out of time for now, Lin Yuan said.
In that case, I won't disturb Garden Master Lin anymore.
Xu Lei and his group left gracefully. Zero Xiao suddenly popped out, revealing a look that said, Come on, praise me. Lin Yuan smiled helplessly and said, Zero Xiao, thanks for voting for me this time.
It's nothing.
Zero Xiao clapped her hands.
How are you going to repay me?
We'll take you to the Spirit Beast Garden.
You have my word.
Zero Xiao smiled happily. Lie. Lin Yuan readily agreed. The Spirit Beast Garden was within the Jade Peak, and it was quite safe. Lin Yuan bid farewell to Zero Xiao and then headed towards a courtyard within the Jade Garden. This is one of the perks of being the Garden Master, being able to live directly in the Jade Garden. The Jade Garden was located within the spiritual land, with a concentration of spiritual energy more than twice that of other places. Usually, the Ling Kao disciples could come in to plant Ling Kao, but they couldn't cultivate here. As the Garden Master, however, 1H had the benefit of being able to cultivate directly here. It was evident that the position of Garden Master came with many perks. The entire courtyard covered an area of over 200 square meters, including a front yard, a backyard, and a 3-story building. Each yard had a Ling field, though not very large in size. Stepping into the building, everything was furnished, with plenty of cooking utensils in the kitchen, a set of tea sets in the living room, and a high-quality meditation cushion in the cultivation room. These were all belongings of the former Garden Master. The members of the enforcement team had already searched through them, leaving behind items that were actually worthless. Except for that meditation cushion, which slightly accelerated cultivation, but it was also limited. It's a pity that Feng Deking's assets must have been a bargain for the sect. The sect even plans to repair the Ling field, with just 10,000 spirit stones. It's quite a wishful thinking. Lin Yuan thought about the task Zhao Doglai had discussed with him before leaving, and he couldn't help but chuckle. Even if there was a way to repair it, he wouldn't do it. Repairing it for just 10,000 spirit stones wouldn't bring much benefit, and it would only cause trouble. Only someone out of their mind would bother with such a troublesome task. I'd better focus on cultivation and break through the bottleneck of the 7th level of Qi cultivation as soon as possible. Lin Yuan still had a clear understanding of himself. Being a Garden Master or anything else was just fleeting clouds, only cultivation was the true essence. Let's see if there's any surveillance. Lin Yuan directly used the appraisal technique to appraise every part of the room. He had learned from past experiences. Even the formidable Feng Deking, at the 8th level of Qi cultivation, couldn't detect the image capturing array he had set up. Although this array came from T. He hands of that powerful person from the southern gate, a spirit forger, wasn't it? That girl was the one. She was a treasure of the sect, but Lin Yuan felt it was best to keep his distance. Lost in his thoughts, suddenly the appraisal technique detected something unusual. Appraisal technique. Item: Tiger Blood Essence Fruit Tree Seed. Type: Plant. Grade: Yellow Tier Supreme Spirit Plant Seed. Effect: Can grow into a Tiger Blood Essence Fruit Tree. Status: Life Force extinguished. Lin Yuan's expression went from joy to a bitter smile, in the blink of an eye. No wonder the cabinet could still hold such a seed. It turned out it had already lost its life force. This was a problem. This thing was useless. Wait a minute. What if I use a living seed, and a seed with extinguished life force to synthesize? Could I create a living seed? A flash of inspiration struck Lin Yuan's mind, as he came up with an idea.